Hello, Challenge B students and parents. I'm doing something new this year for the curriculum portion of our orientation. I thought I would do what Mandy did last year, send out some short videos to introduce the curriculum to you and give you some pointers for each thing. So the first one I'll do here is introductory logic. We will be using this book for the entire first semester. We'll go through 4 lessons every 2 weeks. So the recommendation, and I will probably review many of these points in class, especially the first couple of weeks, but just to start to get your mind wrapped around this, the recommendation is, there are a couple. Some like to read 2 chapters at a time, read through it, do all the exercises, go to the next 2 chapters the next week. Some like to read everything the first week and then go to the exercises the second week. That's really up to you and your study habits and how you like to get things done. I do recommend doing the reading the first week and then coming back for the exercises the second week. That's what worked well in our household, but whatever works well for you is what I would recommend. And you know best for your student and your family. Along with the student text and the teacher text. Actually, this doesn't come along with it, but this is a recommendation. It is not a requirement to participate in Challenge B, but I highly recommend these DVDs. There is a video that goes along with each lesson. It's usually 10 to 15 minutes of reviewing the main points of the information and then giving a couple of practice problems so that you know what's coming in the text. They are a little pricey, so there are some families who have previously done Challenge B in our community, and I know they would be willing to lend those out to you if you want to borrow, or maybe even share with a friend. But I cannot highly recommend these enough. So whether you buy them yourself or find another way to get a hold of them, especially just having another way to input that information will be very helpful. So, introductory logic DVD. Let's see. Okay, so you've got your teacher book here and your student book. The teacher book has all of the same information. The only difference is that it has all of the answers, and then there are some extra practice and tests and quizzes, and also some guidance for teaching the lesson, whether at home or in a classroom situation. The main thing that you want to focus on with introductory logic is, I'm going to leaf through my teacher book just because it's what I'm used to looking through, but it's got the same thing as your student book. So anyway, the main thing here, especially the first semester, but second semester also, is your vocabulary. I cannot stress enough, the better you learn and understand the vocabulary for this first semester, the better you'll have a handle on introductory logic. So there's a little trick to this though. I don't know why it's not a great setup, but unfortunately not all of the vocabulary you need to learn is on the side like this. If you see here, it says definitions, and you might think, oh, I can skim the reading and just look for the definitions. Unfortunately, that's not true. There are other vocabulary words embedded into the reading that you will need to pay attention to in order to handle this successfully. For example, on this first page, there's one here that's highlighted on the side, but a couple more within the reading. So just make sure I recommend doing your reading with a highlighter, and when you come across those, and I can see that I skipped highlighting one, when you come across those, just highlighting. So for me, I used 2 colors of highlighter. Maybe I didn't do that in this first chapter, but I would highlight. I got to a point where I highlighted the definitions and then key points, little summaries at the end of the chapter, a statement that would help me remember. I would then use a different color to highlight. Just that's how I did it. And then at the end of each chapter, you have, in the teacher book, it will give you all of the answers. I will tell you in this book, especially Intro to Logic, some of the answers could vary. You could also make up an answer that's not directly in the book, but when you're looking at the answers at the answer guide, it'll be pretty clear that you don't have to have the exact same wording to still understand the concept. So that's Introductory Logic. I think this one is maybe a little bit longer because at the beginning I explained kind of what I'm doing with these videos. Hopefully the rest won't be as long. I will not I will not be making a video for intermediate logic because so much changes in second semester that I will either make a video later or we'll have a meeting about that. We definitely will have another meeting about second semester, either in late fall or over winter break. Just a heads up. So that's first semester logic.